Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about being 26 because I recently turned 26 around 2 months ago, and I feel like 26 is such a weird age. Like you are closer to your 30 than to your 20, but it's not early 20s anymore, and you're not 30 either. You're kind of in the middle, but actually a little closer to 30. And whether we like it or not, 30 feels like a deadline. It feels like a mental deadline. It shouldn't be, but it is, or at least in my head and people around me. But I can see a lot of people, when we talk, they're like, oh my god, we only have 4 years, you have to figure everything out in 4 years, then we're going to be 30, then we're going to be old, we cannot do anything. It shouldn't be like that, it shouldn't feel like that, but it is. We cannot really do anything about it. Today I'm gonna tell you why we feel this way and why we feel lost. So the first thing that I think we all experience, like the feeling that we all experience, is the feeling of being behind, because there are so many expectations, like from outside and from inside yourself, like internally. There's a lot of expectations and a lot of pressure from people around you. From you expect yourself to do a lot more, and most of that pressure comes from feeling behind, because in your 20s everyone is doing something different. Like I have friends who are married. I have friends who are married and they have kids. I have friends who got married and got divorced already. Some of my friends just started university, and some other friends are already done with their education. They're done with their PhD even. There is some people that they have their own business. They are making a lot of money. They are building their life. And there's also people who are still living with their parents, who are still, they don't know what they're doing with their life. And even though we say there is no timeline in life, but let's be honest, we still compare, sometimes cautiously and sometimes subconsciously. But the huge problem with comparing is because we usually compare people like on social media, right? We usually compare our entire life to the part of the life that other people want to show us, not their real life. Because people post stuff that they want you to see. People post about their success. People post about what they achieve in life. No one posts about like anxiety and pressure and what they're dealing with in their life. Or okay, they got this, but what were the steps? How many nights did they not sleep? And they don't post that. But we compare our entire life to highlight and to pretty pictures of others, and that really made us feel behind. So it's very important to understand that social media, it's not real, and you should not compare yourself. In social media, it's the worst thing for your mental health, because you see other people, you keep comparing yourself, you see other people being happy, partying, or I don't know, having their best life, living their best life, and they're traveling all the time. They have a lot of friends, and you keep comparing yourself. And I think this is the biggest cause of us feeling lost and feeling like we're not where we are supposed to be. And when you get to that understanding that social media is not real, you're gonna feel a lot better inside, a lot better about yourself. Another thing about being 26 is independence, especially if you live by yourself for the first time. It's a huge thing because living alone means financial responsibility, means paying rent, means bills, taxes, groceries, cleaning, maintenance, even furnishing your place. And no one really teaches you any of this. Like, a lot of families, especially the loving, gentle ones like mine, they don't teach financial responsibility. And suddenly you are learning everything the hard way. And on top of that, you have to take care of yourself. Being sick, but still showing up, handling everything alone. Something's broken in the house, you have to call maintenance and ask them to come check it out. I think a lot of people have a very different perspective of living alone before they start living by themselves. But when you start living by yourself, everything changes because you see a lot of responsibilities that you didn't have before, and you did not learn how to deal with it because your parents did. So the next thing that I think it's pressure for us is the pressure to be your best self. You're 26, so when you're young in your 20s, like 26, you're supposed to look your best. This is something that no one really talks about, but um looking your best, it's not easy at all. Like having a good body, going to the gym, healthy diet, protein, vegetables, supplement for hair, nails, skin. You expected to look good, stay healthy, age slowly, notice every change in your body, but in a you must maintain yourself way. Skin routine, hair routine, hygiene, looking put together, even drinking enough water. I personally struggle with this a lot. All of these takes energy. Like you're expected to go to the gym, you're expected to have a healthy body, and you're also living by yourself, maintaining all of those stuff that I already talked about, and looking your best. And we go to the next one, which is social life and loneliness as an adult. Making friends as an adult, it's not easy at all. It's actually very hard, especially if you're an immigrant. And by immigrant, I don't mean like moving between countries, but even moving to a new city. Because when you're a kid, like as a kid, you see your friends every day. You go to school every day, and this is the only thing you do. As an adult, everything has to be planned. Like you have to plan, you have to schedule your friendship, you have to plan to go see people. And that's very exhausting because you need people around yourself for your mental health, for your emotional support, to feel that you're a human and you're interacting with other humans. And it adds up, it builds up, because now you're working, you're paying rent, you're managing a household, you're taking care of your body, you're trying to look good, you're trying to stay healthy. And at the same time, we are going to the next problem. Not a problem, but a struggle, which is studying as an adult. And studying as an adult, it's nothing like studying as a teenager or as a kid, because you're doing all of that I just mentioned, and at the same time, you're studying harder subjects. Like even in your teenage years and in your like school years, those subjects are not the hardest. But now you're studying hard subjects in university or in college, sometimes in a second language like mine. And this is heavy. And this is heavy. This is not something easy. And it's kind of invisible work. And these are all pressures. And then we have this thought that we think, okay, I'm 26 and I only have 4 years. 4 years to succeed, 4 years to make money, 4 years to build a life, 4 years to become someone. But the reality is, from 22 to 25, a lot of us lost time because of COVID, because personally, immigration. We were in survival mode for 3 years because of COVID, because of immigration, because of living by yourself for the first time. And honestly, not me, not the people my age around me, we don't feel 26, because we literally lost the best years of our life, like from 22 to 25, that you can build a lot. But we were home watching movies. Personally, I moved to Canada in COVID. I was building my life here, but it was still hard. And the next problem is we have social media that makes everything worse. It shows us happy couples, successful friends, just like I talked about, rich influencers, but no one puts their breakdowns. No one posts their anxiety. No one posts their dark days. I didn't. I did not post anything when I was in my hard days, when I broke my foot, when I was in hospital, when I was under surgery. I did not post anything. And I know that people around me, they don't post about their hard times either. And sometimes, on top of all of that, we have external pressures from other people, the people around you. Like for me, my clients, my coworkers, my family, and questions like, are you married? Are you married yet? Do you have kids? You're almost 30, you should hurry up. Even when it's said casually, it creates anxiety. And not only that, sometimes you feel pressure from your closest friends, from your partner, or even worse, pressure from your body, from your hormones. I know that a lot of my friends, a lot of girls around me, they're dealing with hormonal imbalance, and they're dealing with PCOS and mental issues, physical issues. So, if we really break it down, you are carrying so much. You are working, you're studying, you're surviving, you're healing, you're growing, you're building a life from scratch, oftentimes without help. And we are the first generation doing everything alone. I think the first generation of women who are living by themselves and doing everything alone. And if you feel tired, it makes sense. If you feel burnout, it makes sense. And I just want you to know that you're not alone. Actually, I made this video to tell you that you're not alone. You're not behind. You're not failing. You are actually very brave. If your 16 years old self saw your life right now, she would be shocked. You made it this far. You can do one more step, and you can do a lot more. And I want you to know that rest is allowed. Don't feel guilty around rest. Feeling burnout is being human. One day you will look back and you'll be like, wow, I carried so much and I survived. So I made this video because no one really talks about this stuff, and a lot of us are feeling alone. So I want you to know that you're not alone. Thank you so much for being here and listening to me. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what you think about this video. And I'll see you guys in next videos.